Hey angels, I hope you're well. This is for my Capricorn sun, moon, and risings as to what is coming in for the month of May. So a couple things. There's something about like wanting to take it easy. I was getting like a lot of classical books that I used to love to read. Well, I still, but it's been a while. Like Jane Austen, anything by any of the Bronte sisters, but particularly Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. That is my creme de la creme. And but it doesn't have to just be classic literature. Like I'm seeing just like wandering through Barnes and Noble really and just kind of taking your time with like a Starbucks coffee, just moseying through the aisles, taking it slow. I feel like that's what's needed for Capricorn in the month of May. I also want to say I was reminded of the collective reading that I posted, I think on Sunday, which I called like my Lolita reading, which was very much about processing some past trauma, like essay trauma, romantic trauma, which I'm sorry to begin so heavy, but I do feel called to mention. And then what else was it? Oh yeah. So also, I recently found Debbie McCallion, and I've been listening to a lot of her music, and she's in like a million different bands. But oftentimes, her music has like this chaotic, not quite hyper pop, but like there's a chaotic quality with amazing beats, but then like a melancholy undertone, and so much having to do with identity or the relation to others and identity. And so I feel like in this time of kind of pausing and taking a step back, for you Capricorn, there is also this reflection on your identity, um, to your everyday world. You know, like we take day to day for granted and just expect things to be a certain way, but there's almost kind of this I just got the word omniscient, definitely not omniscient, but sort of this overview you're having about how people and places affect you and how you affect them, and almost wanting to go about things differently. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone. That is very like specific, but that is, and I just like blanked out on everything that I just said, which is also like my tell that like spirit, you know, channeling, blah blah blah. Anyways, before we get into the cards here, if you haven't seen me before, my name is Katie from An Angelhood Readings. I will never DM you first. If you'd ever like to book a reading with me, you can only do so at my website, angelhoodreadings.com. But following up on that energy, let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, that was actually more than I intended to get at first, but I like it. So we had like two kind of piles jump out. And this first one, since all of these came out reverse, I'm not going to take them reverse. That's just how I'm feeling, and that's what we're going to go with, okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. So when I'm talking about you kind of getting this new like oversight, and it's just so interesting because it's like things are getting deeper and like clicking into place. And it's almost like as it's doing that, you gain this new level of ability to be able to manipulate your reality in a way. And when I say manipulate, I mean in the sense that you're like co-creating with God's source spirit, right? That you kind of see the game as it were, and you realize that you can get anything you want in this life, right? It, you know, at risk of sounding too woo-woo, it's essentially you're entering a period of very high manifestation. Because it's like you've put in the work And you've done it on your own. You really have done the brunt of this journey on your own. And so it's like, with Six of Swords here, it's like you're done with the old way of being. And it's like, what I'm trying to say, in you relating to people differently, it's like cracking the code. Like, you can see outside of it now, and it's also going to help you not to take things quite as seriously, because then we have the Fool and the Magician, which, if there were a card about manipulating your reality, it's going to be the Magician. And then the Fool, I mean, this is looking at things in a brand new light, which all kind of goes together with that weird sort of channeling I was getting at the beginning, which I said I forgot, and I did, and now it's coming back to me because it's relevant. But now I'm blanking. It's something to do with, I just heard no one puts baby in a corner. This is also like anyone that doubted you. Like, you're being like a little sneaky in me. You're being a little sneaky in me, but it's in a way that I like. It's in a way that you are being smart. It's a way that you're laying a foundation for yourself. You're playing 4D chess, right? There's something that you're coming into. I'm seeing something about a church. It could just even be that you drive by like a significant church on your way to like work or wherever, but I'm not necessarily getting you like going to church, but you can. That's okay. That's wonderful. Whatever. But that just kind of stopped me. And then I just got the names Maggie and Morgan. I don't know. I just work here. But yeah, okay. Now I lost my train of thought, so we're gonna go on to something else. What else for Capricorn in the month of May? Temperance. I'm getting that because you're having this different sort of vantage point, if you will, it's bringing you more peace and harmony, because it's like this, it's like, have you ever like had your sunglasses on while you're driving and you don't realize that it's getting darker, and then finally you do and you can take off the sunglasses? I don't know. That's another weird like metaphor thing I'm getting. It's like you realize that you don't have to have something anymore. You don't have to have some sort of belief that's getting in your way anymore. 3 of Pentacles with the World. Yeah, this month you're moving, building, shaking. You're navigating. You are putting something into place for yourself. And if you don't know what this is yet, that idea will be coming to you in May, okay? Very interesting, elusive read, Capricorn. I hope that makes sense for somebody. But anyways, I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.